It's the National Football.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go here on a Thursday night. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
A lot. Tape when you watched last week, Mike, but it was really just the overall execution of the game plan that stuck out the most. I mean, not only did he get them in the end zone a handful of times, he protected the ball, and he routinely exploited the weaknesses that they found during the week on film. He's going to be looking to do the same thing over these next 4 quarters. If he's successful, they're going to have a shot to leave here with another win.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can...
Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Giants has it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And that is the dream start for this defense on the opening drive. They get the first points of the game for their team.
You know, Mike, every team, they have an opening drive script. So what it is, it's the plays they feel best about. Pass, run, establish a little rhythm, and get your players into the game a little bit. Here they are executing their opening script, something they've done all week long. They cough the ball up, scoop, score, and you couldn't have drafted a worse start for this offense.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
As this offense continues to try to find its way out of this hole, things are going to just continue to get more difficult if they can't protect the passer. The longer you trail, the more the defense knows you need to throw the ball, and they're going to have to protect their quarterback a lot better than they did there.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Open man, that's Rome Odunze.
After that 1st down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on 2nd down. That big chunk brings them from 2nd and long to now at least 3rd and manageable.
They get 14 on that hookup. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Daniels. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They've converted 2 3rd downs already on this drive. And here's 3rd and 4. On play action, Daniels. Oh, that's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. And that is no good. He missed it. And they are not able to draw closer.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On play action, now Herbert. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Pistol here for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Drive will start on the ground. Just a nominal gain there to about the 9-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. So they pick it up on 3rd and 2.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
That's complete to Rice. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Throwing now. Daniels. Now he'll run it.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Gonna fire. Deep ball for Rice. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. This one is caught, and it's the tight end screen.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
That catch number 40 on the season for him.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Here's Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. On first down, Herbert. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be taken down, and that's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. One quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. It's the Giants leading this one early. More from MetLife Stadium after this. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion now, it's Scott. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. 22 yards, the pickup there. That's good for a Giants first down.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
That caught Tony Pollard. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. He'll get this out to the left flat. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Herbert. And that is incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Daniels now going to look to throw. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this. I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10. RPO, they throw it to Rice. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Play action. Here's Daniels. And that is incomplete. Reek Woolen that time. Good coverage, and he breaks it up.
Wow, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, defense is all over. And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Herbert now on first down. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A throw complete to Scott. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Throwing with anticipation, it not only requires the confidence in both your accuracy and the timing, but it also forces the receiver to be on time and where the quarterback expects you to be. And this is one of those examples, man, when those two things are on point.
Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Herbert to throw. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Throwing is Herbert on third down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for three, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
The Cowboys offense ready for this next possession. They're in a 10-point hold, 13-3, as this drive starts with first down. To throw is Daniels. That's taken in. Keon Coleman. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Look him up on a second down and 8. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Back with more of this Thursday opener after this. Second down and 8. They'll throw with Daniels. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Daniels going to throw again. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air again is Daniel. That one, take it in. Roll, Odunze. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Giants offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. In motion now, it's Scott. On 1st and 10, here's Herbert. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Herbert. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Herbert again. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. The Giants going to call their 3rd and final timeout as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Again, they'll throw with Herbert. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away. When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down. Man, that would have been such a nice boost for this group going into halftime. The snap was good, the hold was good. He just couldn't quite get it through the uprights.
On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. And this would set the new standard, a 67-yard attempt. And as expected, this one's not going to get that. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here in our Thursday Nighter to start the new NFL week. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago, and a big test for the Bears, as they'll host the Washington Commanders. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This is a very level first half, and I expect to see more of the same
as half
after
number
the break.
2. Kicks off. This is fielded inside the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Herbert. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On play action, it's Herbert. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Giants sending out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This kick hangs up, and a fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Jaden Daniels ready to take over once more. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And that sideline just cannot believe their guy did not come down with that play. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. I frankly don't blame him. I mean, that's a play at this level you just have to make. Your teammates are dependent on it.
That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Handoff here, up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd down and 9. Motion man is Rice. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. On for the field goal now, it's Brandon Aubrey. This will be from 56 yards away. Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will tie the game here in the 3rd quarter.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the 2nd half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
And And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
They just have to be better on 1st down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on 1st down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Out of the gun, here's Herbert. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever. Shotgun now for Herbert. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
The most important stat, Mike, to determine wins and losses in the NFL is clearly turnover differential, your ability to protect the ball and on defense take the ball away. And for any offense, that's even more critical when you have the ball on your side of the field.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. He'll send this one deep for Odunze.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him.
He gets free. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will go up by 7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To throw is Herbert. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The visitors' offense And their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. Daniels now on first down. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. Sending a receiver right. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here's Daniels. They'll look to set up the screen here. That screen goes for 12, and that's a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's able to sidestep his way forward and pick up 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. To the left side in the hands of Rice.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Sideline, this one looked in by Odunze.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Keep it in the air. Here's Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the Nets down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything.
And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
This taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Throwing now is Herbert. To the tight end, Likely. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
To throw, it's Herbert. He finds Likely, his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's second and 2. It's the tight end Likely in motion. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Pistol give to Pollard. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. He'll come to the line now on second and 2. They give to Pollard on the option. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here's second and 9. It's the tight end Likely in motion. A throw complete to Scott. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
To the right side they go, and here comes Pollard. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Up the middle they go. And the Giants are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. From the gun, it's Herbert. He finds Bell. That's caught. And he's going to be stopped at about the 4. Inside the 5, it is second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Now a handoff to Pollard. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line. 2 plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Now Herbert. That is caught. Back corner of the end zone. Tony Pollard. Touchdown, Giants. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Gay to add the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing, Herbert. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. They put Wilson in motion. From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Herbert. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The visitors' offense and Rome Odunze getting set to get back on the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to give him some breathing room past the 15-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
On second down, it's Daniel. And they'll mark him down up beyond the 30.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Here's Edwards. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. So, right out of the 2-minute break, we get a timeout used by the defense with 1:56 to go. They'll go back to Edwards on 1st down. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Edwards. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Motion man is Rice. They'll drop to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense, and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Cowboys offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And now, following the desperation turnover on downs, they're going to start with it 1st and goal. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2-E. The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Victory formation here as he's down 2-E.